Hi, welcome to my page. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I want to say I love every last one of you. And as always, I want you to know that my purpose here is to help you reach your life's true purpose, to help your soul evolve so that we can live life in love, full of joy, totally fulfilled in every area of our lives. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So listen, today I was just talking to somebody and talking to them about the sacrifices that we make for other people. And then when we circle back around, we have an idea that we think that they somehow, they owe us something for what we've chosen to do or to sacrifice. So I remember one day when I was sitting down at my kitchen table as I was going through this, my evolution, my soul evolution and healing, crying it out intentionally, looking at my life intentionally. And I remember being so upset because I'm like, but God, I loved this person and that person, and I gave my all, and it was in such purity, and I did this and I did that. Divine was like, and your point is, but if you did it with the intentions of love, what are we talking about? What are we talking about right now? Because if you did it with the intentions of love, you can just be quiet. Sit back, baby. Because at the end of the day, every sacrifice that you made, that was your choice to make the sacrifice. It doesn't give anybody a pass for doing you wrong. This is not about them. This is about you. It doesn't give them a pass, and it doesn't give you a pass. The name of the game is, while we're on a team making it to make that field goal, it's still about the team. It's about the divine. It's about the goal. It's about the end goal. And it's about you. So what you need to do is always be able to come to the place where you can flow energetically, intentionally, while understanding who you are, setting the boundaries and being strong about the boundaries for you. I wrote this quote years ago: never change the rule of you for another, for in the end, you will only have you to contend with, and you will not be respected for the changes that you've made, but rather be disrespected. Let's add this: for not loving yourself enough. One of my recent videos was, people always say, oh, I love myself. I love myself. Can't tell me nothing. I'm in love. I love myself. My late cousin, Patrick Cage, he said to me, and you guys remember him from the show. Many of you didn't know he was my cousin. I shared that after he had passed a few years ago. You know what he said to me a couple years ago? He said, because are you in love with yourself? Are you in love with yourself? You know what's interesting? I listened to that show, and I remember answering that question and feeling so confident about the fact that I love myself. And I love myself because I live my life's true purpose. And this is what I'm doing, is living my life's true purpose. I love myself. I didn't have a clue. Because anytime you can allow yourself to sacrifice what's best for you, that place of peace and harmony, tranquility for you, then you need to ask yourself, am I really in love with me? Is that being in love with me? Do we even understand what being in love is? Most people don't. That's another subject. Divine said to me, if you all think that love is the way I was described in your religions, you have no idea what love is at all. Keep telling y'all, one of the songs that I channeled was, Divine gave me, literally was, if you don't know me by now. Well, that's coming now. I think it was another one. You will never, never. Not that whole song. That wasn't it. It was another one. That's what's coming in right now. If you don't know me by now. Yeah. You will never, never, never know me. Ooh. All the things that we've been through. I'm getting it like I understand you. Oh, man. Da-da-da, between right and wrong. Go look up the words. That song is for somebody today, okay? Go look up the words because I keep channeling that. So anyhow, get in love with you. Let me give you an example. I remember being in relationships, and I have a certain way I do things. The way I want to get things. I know what it takes to get something done, and I'm a 10 toes down, ride or die type sister, right? So, and hey, listen, it is what it is. So, in that scenario, knowing who I am and knowing what I need to do for me, I've made choices in my life for that. I have only 2 children because of that. I made a decision that I'm getting my tubes tied, a ring on it, and fried at the tip. Okay, that's what I said because I remember hearing stories where people's tubes became untied. Well, guess what? I can't afford that. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what we're doing, okay? We're going to get the ring tied, fried, put on it, and all that kind of stuff. I want nothing to come undone. Let's be clear. Okay, shout out to Nikki. Let's be clear. From Instagram. But anyway, I remember being very intentional about that. One thing I did not have in my life was boundaries when it came to love, and boundaries to really particularly in love, because if I wasn't in a relationship with you, if I wasn't asleep, if you weren't my man, or or something like that, and associated with that connection, then I mean, try to reach me if you can. It was just my children and I, the 3 amigos, okay? So the point is, I used to not have boundary. And so I would sacrifice sometimes, and even with clients, I would sacrifice my time. I would say, okay, this meeting is for an hour. They pay for an hour, and I'd end up giving them, 3, 4, 5 hours, and want to give them more than what was feasible. It was just beyond, okay? I had no boundary. In relationships, there are times that sometimes I knew, whether it was a romantic love or not, I knew sometimes that I know I cannot do this right now. I know I can't do this right now. I don't have time for this right now. But if I'm honest with myself, if I really do what I know I need to be doing for myself, then this scenario is probably going to be null and void. Or it's definitely at best going to be a deciding factor to understand, to make a determination, for that person to make the determination, is this what I want? because this is what this person, this is the time that she has, or this is what they're willing to do. I had to take a look at myself and find out what in me made me so willing to sacrifice what was best for me, what I knew was best for me. What in the hee-haw hell was I on? That's that soul evolution. What was I afraid of? A lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are really afraid. You know why you're afraid? Because you don't even understand what love is. How you determined and came to the understanding of love is completely thwarted. It's based on fear. And it's okay. Again, I'm going to say this. It's okay. It's okay, minister, leader. It's okay. It's not about you. It's not about me. This is about us winning this game that God created, and it was meant to be fun. And there is this opportunity for us to learn, an opportunity for us to have fun. But we've got to fix quite a few things right now. So I really wanted to get on here very quickly because I was thinking about, I just had a conversation with someone in my family, and we were talking about understanding love. And I was reminded of that moment that I sat at my kitchen table, pissed off because somebody else didn't understand how much I sacrificed. They didn't understand the value of my sacrifice. How dare they? And God's like, baby girl, what you fussing for? What you tripping for? You did it. Own it. Be that. That's what you did now. So what am I to experience in this moment now? Remember, that's the question. What am I to experience in this moment now? What are we going to do about it now? Now that you know that you don't get a pass, you make that choice. And I don't know why this one comes to me, because the energy from your current perspective is more powerful than anything you say or do. The energy from your current perspective is more powerful than anything you should say or do. You have to understand what you're sowing into, as well as being available to receive. Follow your first mind when it comes to understanding your associations. Don't move away from a thing, a person, an idea that you may have because of some rule, some regulation, but stand firm on your intention for you was best for you. Make that the best choice that you make. Make that be the catalyst for the choice that you make in every moment and second of your life. Be careful how you associate. That's very important in this new earth as we embark upon this process of creating our heaven on earth, setting intentions and living life intentionally. I want you to please visit Be Real Publishing. That's the letter B, realpublishing.com. Be real or don't be, baby. That's it. All right, listen. On my channel, we're not in class so much. We are in the energetic flow. There are times that we're going to learn, and there's going to be there will be those teaching moments, and then there are those times that I'm just kicking it. I just picked up my camera and said, let's talk, because I got something to say. That part. It's important for us to be willing to be authentic. Authentic in how we present ourselves to the world. Authentic in how we make our choices. Be honest. If you can't be true to you first, how do you expect for anyone to be true to you? We are energy first. This whole human thing is a wonderful experience that we get to enjoy as best we create our experience of enjoyment. Because it's really all up to us. At the end of the day, you can come here an angel and become a fallen angel. It's literally your choice. Now, how you want to live peacefully, that's fine. And if you want to rack up some karma and cause for there to be havoc in your bloodline with your children and grandchildren, that's on you, you know. Or if you want to live life gracefully and understand this in this new earth experience as we embark on this process, I need you to understand also that there are some people who are here to go through, to fulfill some karmic debts. It is what it is. It is what it is. Because that's what we've created. That's another subject. We're not going to get all into that, but some people do. But it is up to us. You don't, like jump over. You don't jump over what you are called to experience. It's like the energetic flow. Let's imagine this. Okay. I looked at the forest one day. And when I looked at the forest one day, this particular day, I looked at it in a different way than what I had ever looked at it, how I had ever looked at it before. And the way I looked at it was, that's a whole lot of trees. Those are a lot of trees, a lot of flowers, different types of flowers and things of that nature. And one thing I know for darn sure, for the miles that I had been traveling on the road, for sure, no one had come in and by hand planted every tree or planted every flower. Rather, I'm sure there was a tree planted here, a flower planted there, and we come in and we try to understand what it is that life has given us to explore. And life, our soul is like that. In life. In life, there's this flow, this energetic flow, and it goes from one lifetime to lifetime until its mission is fulfilled. The desire that God had, the intention that God had for it is fulfilled. So it pushes through. It's going through. It's the energetic flow. Pushing through. You know something? Have you ever seen something that's push through? It's the soul is pushing through and it's connecting the dots. It's connecting lifetime to lifetime where it has, based on what has happened before. We're entities. We just happen to have arms and legs. We're shaped just like the trees. Literally. I think I watched something on TD Jakes some time ago. TD Jakes had a young lady, I forgot her name, I don't know if it was Dr. Lisa or something like that, ironically enough. Dr. Phyllis, I can't remember. But she talked about the trees. I think she did a book on it. We'll have to look it up one day. You look it up for yourself. Study to show thyself approved, okay? That's not the point of my message. The point of my message is, yeah, we are like the trees. So it was very interesting that we are just like nature. So we have to be willing to go with the flow, even if it means relationships. Sometimes people say, I don't know why I keep ending up in this same type of thing, same type of thing. Some people are generational curse breakers and some people are not. But if you allow yourself to go through the flow, if you allow yourself to just go through the flow, you'll end up where you're supposed to be. You'll just end up there. You don't have to think about it that hard. If you meditate day in, day out, allow yourself to be who you are, you'll find yourself being who you were called to be, who you were created to be. The highest energy for that experience is authenticity. That's what it is. I turn on the light on the computer. Authenticity, okay? Be true, be real, and everything's going to be all good. But don't sacrifice what is best for your highest, best self. It's not worth it. You don't get brownie points for that. You really don't. And you only have you to contend with. It's not somebody else's. It's not somebody else's bid. They're going to deal with what they got to deal with. Whoever in your life misuses your good intention, just live your life. Everything else will fall into place. Everything. Don't worry about it. God's got that, literally. God's team, your entire spirit team. Your ancestors, spirit guides, angels, everybody got it. They got it. They got you, boo. Don't you worry about it. Focus on you. Stay in your lane. Do you. And don't be mad at somebody because they don't recognize what the hell you did because you made a whole bunch of sacrifices that you shouldn't have made about you because you weren't in love with you. Well, we're talking about it now. It's okay. You're going to be all right. It's going to be all right. For real, though. Handle your business. What if you're in a football game and it's like you're supposed to be the quarterback and you're looking at what somebody else is doing? You can't even make the field goal because you're too worried about what somebody else is doing. What a team that would be. Stay focused. Play in your lane. Hell, most of you gotta even get there. And the flow is the best way. That's the only way. Flowing is the only way. Flowing with the divine, making it happen. That is the only way that is going to happen. I love every last one of you. I know, hey, look, this was where it needed to be in terms of the message. So whatever you were supposed to hear, whatever part you were supposed to hear, you heard it, right? Don't worry about it. It's all good. I love you guys so much. Moral of the story. Fall in love with you. And don't make sacrifices and blame somebody else for the sacrifice that you made because you mad because somebody didn't appreciate what the hell you did. They already showed you. I got to say something. They already showed you that before you did all that you did. Did you even give them time to sow into you? What? When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Isn't that what our queen said? Maya Angelou? Someone shows you who they are. Believe them. Well, believe them. A lot of us are so broken, have been broken, and some are still broken, that you're trying to find, you don't even know what that is. And for you who you're like, oh man, whatever, if I hear this one more time, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take one day at a time. I want you to meditate day in, day out. Go into that secret closet. The secret closet is here. Meditate. Okay? I have some links in the description for you to meditate, some meditation links. And that is getting connected. And if you would just get connected and just begin to flow with the divine, trust and believe everything that you need to know, you'll find everything. It will fall into place. Be intentional about your life. Check out the video where I share about where I share the one step to discovering your life's true purpose. But then there's more. You got to get the happiness collection, the Hermit Happiness Collection. Go to BeRealPublishing.com and also drprincess-Odilia.com. That's Princess Dr. DrPrincessOD as in dog, I-L-I-A. Okay. I love you. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Okay? We're all going to be all right. Transformation, it is so for you. Thank you for watching and have a good night. I love you.